It's a good view right now, Jen, because all we see is your boobs.
Really? Like I could see my whole body.
I can't see. I have half of Ben's face and from your boobs down.
Yeah.
See,
So
I see
Ben's
all of
face is
Brew,
on
all of
top.
Ben. He's on top of my boobs.
He is. Yep.
Are you recording?
It's June 24th, 2022, and welcome to the 14th episode of Married to Clash. I'm Queen JJB, and I'm joined by my other half, Brew,
Hello.
and Miss P,
Hi.
and
Sorry.
BTG.
We recording?
We are, and I just saw a little person go behind you, Ben.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
Hold on.
I was like, oh no.
Hi. Okay, so we're going to talk about today a few event updates, and then we have a summer update announcement today. So shout out to SC for giving us content. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, SC. They don't do a lot of things right, but that was good. And then we're going to talk about the survey results for next year's ClashCon with CFF and C2J and friends. So
Yeah, so excited.
I'll give a chat about that.
Woo-hoo!
Live event updates, some information on that. So, TH9, Miss P, is this weekend?
Yeah, the Royal Rumble. I'm able to join because it's a 10. We go 10 hall 8, 10 hall 9, 10 hall 10, whatever. That might be like the next
Yep.
month. But I was
Yep.
excited for this.
Yes, and I saw something about pods and recreation coming back, possibly in the summer.
I'll join. I'll join the war. No way can I do that again. That was a one-time thing.
It's a one-time thing. And
Yep.
we had our 69 war. So Miss P beat us. That was way better. Her team was way better than 69ing than we were.
Yes.
We were amazing at 69.
But I will give all of us kudos because we ended up with 69% damage on both sides.
That's right. On both sides.
Did we?
We did.
Yeah.
Like 69.2 versus 69.7, something like that.
It was great.
That was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was really cool. It was a fun day. Wards wasn't able to stream, so that's usually my favorite part, but they were at a wedding. So next year for sure. Agent Paladin, I'm gonna call him out. Is that what's his name? Who's Agent Paladin?
I think he's from C2J.
Okay. So Agent Paladin mentioned in our chat that we should have a 69 where you have to get to 69 by actually getting to 69, not ending the attack.
Right.
Yeah. And I told him, well, we could do that on 9-6. And then, it can be, the opposite of our 69 where you can end the attack. So it was good.
Like it.
So we'll see. I'm looking to you, Agent Paladin.
Right?
Options?
You run it,
Have
I'll
options.
join it.
Exactly. You got it. You do it, we'll be there.
I'll be there. I have RSVP to that event.
Exactly. So, lots of events. I saw something else in event planning about ice golems and ice hounds and something. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if that's going to come to fruition. But yeah, ice golems and ice hounds. Something about cooling off for the summer or summer cool off or something like that. Where you use like for a free spell and stuff like that. So that could be kind of cool. So that is event updates in our CFF news. We're going to talk about the update notes that they sent out today. Let me pull them up so we have it. And we can read their lovely iterations that they put in their notes, because we all know we love our, is it Pulchritudinous?
Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous craziness, right? Okay, so quality of life improvements adding this summer. I'm good. Okay, so first, they fixed Clan Capital Raid Medal max capacity because evidently you could hold over 5,000 raid medals. So if the raid medals above the cap, the raid medals above the cap will be converted to gems at the exchange of 1 gem per 100 raid medals. Just kind of a jip. Give me 1 gem per raid medal.
Right?
Come on now, man.
Wait, should they?
I like my gems.
Never have I ever done a raid.
Never have you ever done a raid. Good.
Never have I ever done a raid.
Have you donated to the raid stuff?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I tried to show her while she was here.
I refused.
And she was like, I don't need to know. And I was like, okay. Never mind.
Nope.
I have done money a raid. I am still on the fence about it.
Yeah.
I see potential, but I don't know if they're ever going to come to fruition. Like, I think it could be really cool as a clan, but I don't know when we're going to actually get there. Right now, it just feels like you sit down for like literally 5 minutes. It takes about 5 minutes. You sit down, you do your 5 to 6 raids, and you move along.
What's the point of that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not as competitive as I thought it was going to be.
That's what I mean. I see potential for it being competitive. I just don't know if maybe that competitiveness is going to come in as we get higher. Because, even in the regular game, right? You're TH8. You're basically like 3-starring most of the time, right? In the wild, right? And in like regular random. So, but when you get up into the like 13, 14, even 12, it gets a little bit more competitive. So I'm just wondering if as we move up, if it'll get more competitive as we move up. Now, maybe there's a mode of that game that they haven't put in yet because they want people to upgrade,
Yeah.
Like friendly challenges came in after regular Clan Wars. I think it would be kind of cool if you could friendly raid war another clan.
That'd be really fun, actually.
I think it would be a great event from a CFF standpoint. Like, we could have a round robin between all the clans and like have like a tournament at a clan level, right? And the good thing is that the time limit isn't there per se for the war. Now, I don't know how they would do that. They would have to time box it somehow, but I don't think it needs to be like 3 days. Like, it could be a 12-hour, 18 hours or something. But
yeah, because at this point in time, I mean, all you're doing is you're basically raiding for capital gold
you can upgrade.
And your medals. And
to me, it feels like farming still.
It does.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah, I mean, like you said, I feel like there's potential. And I mean, I think like the troops and all the troops are really pretty cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
And the new defenses are really cool too. But like, and this game, with anything else, you get out what you put into it. So
yeah,
like I don't have the time to do like friendly challenges on our own base or our own capital peak in the middle of the week. So I kind of look at when I go into a raid, I'm like, well, this kind of worked well in the past. I don't have a lot of opportunity to try out different group types, different comps, different things like that. Which, I feel like if I put more time into it, that you could find out some really cool ways to use all the different troops and figure out ways to really pick apart a base. So I mean, that could end up being a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But the amount that you get out of the rating during the weekend, it's just not worth putting all that effort into trying to, get really, really good at
Yeah.
at rating.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how it could be really cool to like coordinate. I could see how it could be really cool to kind of be on voice and Discord and like, okay, well, you come from this angle, and then I'll come from this angle, and then you finish it off from here. Like I think it could be really awesome. It's just getting it there. And I don't know if that getting it there is you have to get higher, or if that getting it there is we need a different way to do it outside of the weekend, where maybe the weekend is more of like a quote unquote farming event. And then on the weekdays, you could do some sort of like I said, like a friendly raid challenge with another clan where it could be more competitive. I
Right.
don't know.
There's just not enough incentive to really put a whole heck of a lot of effort into it.
I mean, I like the concept. I like the bases. I like how they've partitioned them out. Like you said, I like the troops. I just don't. Right now, it's not to where I think it could be. Hopefully, they can get
And
it
it,
there.
and I think it's all based on incentive, right?
Yeah.
So the only incentive to rating is getting capital gold and
Yeah.
raid medals, and when you're maxed out on your base and you're basically doing your 1 or 2 raids a day to do get your season challenge done.
Yeah.
And when it's all said and done, most everybody's buying the gold pass. So I don't know. I mean, like for the most part, like what I'll typically do when I log on is, especially if I haven't requested troops prior to logging on, I'll use raid medals to fill my client castle.
I forget about them still.
Yeah.
I sit there and gripe about it, and then Jim's.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I go on Jim's account and I fill my clan castle, and then I go, oh, I could have probably used raid medals for that.
Right. So I'll fill my clan castle with raid medals. I'll go do a raid. My troop and my heroes and my troops are all ready to go for a raid immediately. So sometimes I'll put the request out. Sometimes I'll just fill it up with raid medals again and go. But for the most part, I still just request troops because I know people still like to donate troops.
Well, yeah, and in Noble, typically, most of the time, it doesn't sit there too long. Now, we're coming up on like Hell Week for me. I hate CWL Week with a passion because there's no one in the clan, and it's brutal for me. I know that there are people in our clan that are passionate about it, and I appreciate that, and I support that, and I'm here to do what I can. But I hate CW. I just hate it. It's the only part of the game. I even hate it more than clan games, and I don't really like clan games either.
Well, I mean, clan games are just you. I mean, if everybody in the clan gets 1,000 clan points or clan game points, and if you now know how I feel, JJ. The clan games are they feel so worthless to do in any way, shape, or form because you don't need any of the magic items anymore.
I do for the gems, and now I do it for the runes because the runes help with the cabinet.
Sure. Yep.
Right. So I'm okay with that, but I just there is connections between all of them. I use all of my clan medals for builder potions so I can speed up the capital forge because I don't have anything to do, and I know 15 is probably coming. I think it'll be here this year. But
yeah,
I definitely I like being max because I don't feel like I'm married to upgrading. I like having the clan capital to kind of have something to work towards, right? Some of the stuff is a little expensive, but okay. And I like the working together idea because I'm all about team. So That's fine.
Mhm.
But I don't see us getting there yet. I think there's things that have to be done to make that what it can be. And I just hope to God that they don't let it flounder around like the build base. Yeah. Because if that's the only thing they're going to do with it, they're done and they're just going to give us new defenses and buff and nerf the troops and blah, 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 then they've done themselves a disservice because there's potential there.
Right. And I think I think the Capital Peak has been received better than the Dark Side.
Oh, yes.
You know, but at the same time, you're exactly right. If this is the extent that they're going with the Capital Peak, yeah, I don't see it being a huge asset to the game.
No. And it's not a huge asset to the clan yet.
No.
It just gives us something to do.
Yeah, I think there needs to be. It's just like the builder base. There's absolutely no incentive until they had auto. There's absolutely no incentive for you
I like
to.
my gem mine.
Okay, besides auto,
I get
and the
44 gems a week, essentially. I'm good with that. That's
Sure.
44 troops I can donate. Perfect.
Right.
But yeah, I mean I agree with you. The only incentive for the builder base right now is auto and the gem mine. And once you have those, then I just use it for clan games usually.
Playing games and your season challenges. You do your one raid a day.
No, I don't.
Get your ones. No, you don't.
I don't. No.
Man, I do. Well, I shouldn't say every day because this summer's been super busy. But yeah, I mean, anytime I log in, that's like my goal is to be able to donate 15 troops to get that season challenge done, do a main base raid, do a builder base raid, and sometimes I'll look to see if there's other challenges I can complete and maybe work towards those a little bit. But yeah, other than that, that's all I. And I was a big fan of the builder base at first, but
yeah, you were.
They never turned it into, there's never builder base wars. There's never anything like that. Just, yeah, like you said, they just let it flounder. And I think the same thing will happen to the Capital Peak if, they just leave it as it is. And the only incentive is raid medals, which, it's nice to be able to donate to yourself, but
you can get things with raid medals too, don't forget, in the trader.
Yeah.
Like I bought a rune of elixir yesterday. I don't remember. Yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't really had to tap into that yet, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, there's just not, I don't know, like Clan Wars feels different than the raid weekends. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I think we're so I'm a little married to Clan. I love that part of the game. I always have.
Mm-hmm.
So you would think I would love CWL, but I don't. And I think I don't love CWL because it's a stupid grind. Like, I like Clan Wars that I get every other day off. I don't mind the 2 hits, but every other day I don't have to if I don't want to, right?
With CWL, you kind of have to.
You have to, right? Now I still have 2 hits, but I 2 and 1 each main, but I don't know. And also the balancing there kind of reminds me still of the early days of Clan Wars where everything was so out of whack that you would get these crazy matchups, especially in like NH2 where any clan where you don't have 14s, like in NH main, we're pretty good. Where we get pretty evenly matched. Every once in a while we'll get another clan like 14s, but pretty much it's all 14s all together. Yeah. NH2 gets like walloped.
Yeah.
And I think they have to find a way to not make it all about Mac. Because there are still people coming up, and if they're going to get into Clan War or Clan CWL week and literally just be able to do 19% on a base all week, they're going to just get discouraged and they're going to leave. They don't want to do that, so it's just not good. But we'll see.
Well,
we'll see what the future of the capital base is.
That's the same thing with the CWL. There's just, especially as a max player, there's just not enough incentive to really put a lot of effort into it.
Well, I think if your clan, like I know, Inc. is talking about trying to have us push into champs. And I don't mind. But that's probably the only incentive is just keep moving up, seeing how well you can, right? But once you get up there, sometimes it's tough. Like with that first time we went up there, we got killed. And it was like, whoa, okay. And it is it's definitely like a different level of war. It reminds me a lot of League, and I kind of like that part. But if we're going to do that, and please don't take this the wrong way, Inc., because I appreciate your enthusiasm and I'm all on board. If we're going to do that and move up into champs, then we have to do it. Like, do it. Like a league. Well, I think that's the only way we're going to be able to.
And the tough thing about that is getting 15 people to treat it like
that seriously.
MLCW and
for an entire week.
War League for an entire week.
That's the problem. There's the key, right? MLCW was 1 day a week. That was it.
Right. Right.
This is an entire week. Like,
other than maybe you build a new base in the middle of the week or something like that. But
it's
an entire week of trying to run that kind of strategy. And I guess it's a little bit easier simply because it's all the same town hall. It's not mixed town halls, so there's a little bit less strategy when it comes to that. But it's still. I mean, if you want people to really spend time voice and planning and all that stuff, that's a huge commitment for an entire week.
Yeah, that's that's my concern. And I'm not saying it's impossible because I'm sure there are clans out there that do it. I just think it's got to be right for the clan. And is it right for Noble? Maybe. I mean, maybe we could find at least 13 or 14, 12 or 13 people that would do it. And then we might have those few that kind of, don't. And that would be okay. But, it's going to be, I don't know. It's something to think about. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try to go up into champs again and just see how we do. And maybe how we do it is fine. I think the first time we went up into champs, we didn't have a base builder. So we were just running bases, like random things. So I think that'll help. Cloud is good, very good. But, I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes.
Well, I think the first time we went up there, I don't think we had 100% 14s though either. I think we had a couple 13s at the bottom.
I don't remember. To be honest. You might be right.
I could be wrong, but I think that's part of the reason why we got shellacked so bad, because we had a handful of 13s at the bottom, and that just doesn't work in champs.
No. Okay, so next thing on the update. This one I'm not going to comment too much on, but, it is what it is. The Clash universe is a fantasy realm with a cast of wild, zany, and often humorous characters. And while some things in Clash may draw ideas from various inspirations, we want to keep the Clash universe separate from real-life references. All national flags will be removed from Clash of Clans. Any flags that have been purchased will be refunded. Fictional flags will still remain in-game. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I don't like that.
Yep. Miss P showed up again.
Don't. I've been yelling at little girls.
I know.
Don't. That's awful.
Yeah, I think it's a.
How many gems am I getting? Like how much I paid for them?
I don't think we paid gems for
I
flags.
paid 1 million gems for my flag.
So
What?
only national flags. If you have
I
fictional
have all
flags,
of
you can
them.
keep
No,
them.
I got all of them.
Oh, I
So
don't know.
one
Jen.
1 million gems for per flag.
So when this update comes through, all your flags will
Mhm.
magically disappear, and
Mm.
whatever you spent on them will be given back to you.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
balance change. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You have
I was just gonna
comments?
say it just I'm sure it has something to do with they don't want to be political in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some countries, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just leave it at that.
Exactly. That's why I was like, I'm not really going to comment. But Jen, your comment is valid. If you have flags, I'm sorry, you're going to lose your flags. Okay, balance changes. For some reason, they're reducing the hit points on walls from level 9 to level 14. So you spent all that time and money, and now they're not even going to hold things back. Archer towers, levels 16 and 17 are getting nerfed in DPS. Expos at level 6 and 7 are getting nerfed on DPS. Inferno towers at level 6 are getting nerfed on DPS. Red air bombs are getting buffed from level 5 to level 9. And mortars are getting buffed from level 9 to level 14.
Hmm.
So, lots of nerfing on the defensive side. I know Cloud wasn't happy about it. A few buffs. We have lots of nerfs going on, and a couple buffs. I don't know, there's no like rhyme or reason. Walls, expos, well, expos can be air too, right? Walls, expos, Inferno towers are all air, or possible, not walls. Expos, Archer towers, and Inferno towers are air, or it could be air defenses, right? And they got nerfed, but red air bombs got buffed. I don't understand. And then mortars got buffed, walls got nerfed.
I'm sure the
So I can't.
mortars have something to do with the flame slinger. Be my
Either the
guess.
flame flinger, or well, they did something to the flame flinger. We'll get there, but either the flame flinger or like Sui Lalo, I know is pretty big right now, so maybe they're trying to. I don't know. I don't know what
I'm
they're.
with you though. The nerf on the walls pisses me off.
It makes no sense.
I
What are
mean,
you trying to do?
when you're spending 7 million per
Right.
wall piece,
And
and
then you're
then
going to
they,
lower it.
yeah, I mean, it was already like talk about like return on investment or incentive to actually build those.
And they
What you
didn't
got
lower
for
it
them?
by like a little. They lowered it by like 500,
So what they're saying is I shouldn't waste my elixir
15,
or gold on walls anymore?
2,000. No, you should upgrade your walls, but I don't know. It's just frustrating because they're the biggest grind in the game, by far, the biggest grind in the game. They take the longest. They are the most expensive, and now they're like killing them.
Yeah,
I
and
don't.
they give you lots of ways to get rid of them or to bypass them and all that
Yeah,
stuff. I mean,
I
that's
mean, 4
fine,
quakes, people. That's all you need.
but
A log roller.
at the same time, it's like, you know, how many times have you watched your queen beat on a wall and then you end up time failing?
Well, maybe
And
that's a good thing.
that's part of the reason why you upgraded your walls, because you can't bypass all the walls. And when you trap something into a compartment, well, that's that's part of the defense, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it somewhat made the grind worth it. And to take that away, it, they're the biggest investment that you can make, and to just nerf them like that, it's just if they're going to nerf them, they need to make them less expensive.
Yeah, agreed.
And they should, first of all, they should have never been that expensive in the first place.
And they didn't nerf just a few. They nerfed from level 9 all the way up to 14.
Yeah.
So it's like almost crazy.
Any wall that matters, any wall level that matters, essentially, is nerfed.
All right, so the Eagle Artillery Activation Housing Space consistently will be now set to 200 for all levels.
Mm.
So, okay, fine. Pekkas. Not Pekkas. Pekkas are getting a buff. Hit points. Sneaky goblins are getting a nerf in DPS. I'm assuming that's to help with the town hall sneaks.
Oh my
god. Giants are getting a buff because everybody's using giants these days. Flame Flinger is getting a reduced direct hit damage radius and an increased duration of fire damage from 20 to 30 seconds. So the radius is smaller, but the damage is longer. Because it burns on the ground for however long.
Are they affecting the range at all?
No.
Okay.
No change in the range, but the DPS is being nerfed by a bunch. So level 1 is going from 120 to 80. Level 2 is going from 140 to 95. Level 3 is going from 160 to 105. And level 4 is going from 180 to 120.
Jeez.
So they're really nerfing that. Sorry, Q. Q likes his Flame Flinger. And he's really good with it, too.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. Okay. Super Wall Breaker is reduced Super Wall Breaker death damage to match with adjusted wall HP.
It's okay. So they're just still going to open up a wall.
They're still going to open up the wall.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay,
but I suppose they won't damage the other buildings around them.
I'm super excited about this. Bowlers are getting a buff.
Woo.
Yes. They're my favorite. And Valks are getting a buff. Jesus.
What?
Are you okay?
I am now.
All right, and also Super Valkyries are getting a buff. So, it's for Super Valkyries. Attack speed has changed from 1.8 to 1.1 seconds. They're going to go faster. Movement speed has been decreased from 3.5 to 3 tiles per second, which means they're going to go faster, right? Shorter distance.
Slower.
So that's slower?
They're going from 3.5 tiles per second?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. But the range radius is increased from 3.5 to 4 tiles. And level 7 is going from 2,000 to 2,400. Level 8 for hit points is going from 2,300 to 2,700. And level 9 is going from 2,500 to 20. So, what was that attack called? Are you here, Miss P, or are you dealing with children? The Falcon?
Oh, with all the Valks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
brush off some Falcon Super race and see how
You haven't. Have you talked about hogs yet? I mean, have you forgetting about them, or just
they're not here.
saving the best for last?
Nope, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look.
Wait, there's spell changes.
I was gonna say that I figured out why they buffed the red bombs. It's because they didn't want HGHB to come back in the hardcore with giants getting a buff.
That would be hilarious.
HGHB
at 14.
At Town Hall 14. That'll be so sweet.
Right?
Miss P might go to Town Hall 14 then.
Oh
No.
I know. Sliding away. Okay, for spells. Clone spell. They're increasing the caps for level 1 through 4. So more troops to be cloned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Healing spell.
Is there only 4 levels?
I think so, yeah. Heal spell. Destroyed siege carts are immune to the heal spell. Why would siege carts destroyed be healed? I don't understand.
All siege machines didn't respond to spells.
Yeah, but destroyed siege carts? Were they not immune to heal spell? Could you magically make a siege cart come back to life with a heal spell? And I didn't know about it?
I didn't know spells worked on siege equipment or siege machines in the first place.
I thought just the Warden Tome, right? The Warden Tome will keep them. Yeah. I don't know. You can tell how vested we are. I'm like, wait, why did I not know? All right, skeleton spells. They're going to have more spawns. For all 6 levels. By 1. One skeleton.
And they'll still be useless.
1 extra Larry per skeleton spell. Don't touch that, Larry. Okay, so let's talk about ClashCon, CFF, and C2J 2023.
Ben's coming. Woohoo!
I hope so.
So it looks like Nashville is, by and large, the winner.
How far is that from you, Ben?
How many people have responded so far?
20 people.
Nice.
And out of the 20 people,
10 of them are us. No.
9 of them have said Nashville. I didn't vote. It didn't matter to me. I didn't care. But 9 of them said Nashville. And then the rest of the locations are kind of pretty even. So, then the dates look like they're going to be either the weekend after Memorial Day is winning with 6 votes. The only thing I have to think about is when is the dance recital going to be next year?
Yep.
Because it is a very big possibility that dance recital. And then we can't go.
Nope.
But I have taken the initiative. I've sent emails to 3 different hotels in Nashville, right along the main Music Row area. So we don't have to drive anywhere. No one needs to bring a car if they don't want to. And seeing how much it would be to get a block of 25 rooms. And then if we need to add more, we can add more.
Anybody get back to you?
Not yet. I emailed a bunch today. I did email one on last week and they haven't gotten back to me. So I might have to call them. But I called a few today, got email addresses. So those of you, the 5 people that listen to us, if you're on the voting, if you voted, I don't know how many people listen to us, to be honest. I do this for fun, so I can hang out with my friends and drink, talk about Clash. Look for the end of August, early September, probably more information to come. So,
Okay, I just got dive bombed by a miniature moth.
we're sitting on our deck. That did not happen in my house. But yeah, so it's looking really good. 20 people is a pretty good response total. I know we had some people say, you did East Coast this time, do West Coast this next time. I completely agree. I'd love to come to the West Coast, so maybe next time the West Coast, and I'll give West Coast options. Maybe we'll do Vegas, or we'll do
Reno?
Reno's expensive.
Yeah. Salt Lake City? That's expensive too.
That's religious. Do we want to go there?
No. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
Be another good city. San
Denver?
Francisco? Denver? Yeah, Denver would be good. So we'll see.
Denver would be fun.
Yeah. 2024. But if you're on the West Coast, come visit the East Coast this time. We'd love to see you. I know Woo, Wizard of Woo. He came from Vegas.
Yes,
so
yep.
He definitely came from the West Side. So, and we appreciated that. Alrighty. Do we want to do B&B Brew Corner? What are we drinking tonight? I'm drinking Shane drinks. That's officially the name of these now. Arnold Palmer's Spiked.
Ooh, what's that, Ben?
Can't see.
It's the Sierra Nevada Big Little Thing IPA.
Oh,
leftovers from the last one, our last recording.
That's okay.
Did we ever figure out if we can actually? I tried to listen to it. Did we ever figure out?
I don't know. Did anybody tag Fox? I was like head deep in work when you sent that.
No, I think I had mentioned it when it first came out. I was like, I can't listen to this.
Well, we'll have to tag her again. I got mention it when I send her Moosehead. Yeah, Bruce got Moosehead
from Hershey.
We went camping
that related
for 5
to
days.
Moose Drool.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
Moose Drool is like a brown ale.
Oh no, this is a lager. All right. So we did that. Useless information. Ben, do you have useless information?
I do. Did you know that you can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from more than 2 miles away?
Wow.
They have the largest heart in the animal kingdom. It weighs about 400 pounds.
Whoa.
The size of a small piano.
Don't have a heart attack, blue whale.
Right? I love blue whales. They're really cool. I'm very explain it. They're just cool animals. They're the largest animal that's ever lived. So yeah.
I have a useless fact about golfing.
Yay!
Yep. We found useless golfing facts.
Americans spend Americans spend more than $630 billion per year on golf balls.
I bet.
And Jen spends about 30 of those billion.
Yep.
$630 million on golf balls.
Hey, I give some of my golf balls away if I don't use them all.
It's just like
I give them to the next guy. I'm like, here, I'm gifting you some balls.
Oh, Lord. All right. I have an animal one, and then Jen can go last.
I have an animal one. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, it's an animal night. You were out of sync here.
I thought I had a good useless fact about golfing.
It was good. All right, flamingos.
Oh, mine's about flamingos too.
Oh, hopefully you don't have the same one. Well, you remember Flamingo Beach, Jen, right?
Yes, that's why I liked this one.
Flamingos can only eat with their heads upside down.
Huh?
Why?
I don't know. Just that was the useless fact. Do you want me to find out?
Yeah. I'll read mine while you're looking at. Okay. So, buffalo is famous, okay? The
Or
buffalo
flamingos?
for flamingo. Yup. We hold the Guinness Book of World Records, like the Guinness World Records. I'll tell you, okay? The Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy placed a flock of 4,280 pink flamingos in the front park of like Frederick Law Olmsted. It was his 200th birthday. So they broke the Guinness World Record for longest line of garden flamingos. Buffalo first earned this record in 2018, and at this time surpassed the previous record by 527 garden flamingos. There you have it, Buffalo is famous for flamingos.
Wow.
I know.
All right. You ready?
Buffalo, it's more than just chicken wings.
That's right.
Flamingos too.
The flamingo is well known for its habit of eating with its head upside down. This behavior is largely due to the structure of its mouth and the logistics of lowering its long, graceful neck into the water. This behavior allows the flamingos to feed effectively in their natural habitat, but has ramifications in other aspects of their life.
Okay.
That's weird.
So, there was another one that explained it better. Flamingos are filter feeders, using their tongue as a sieve to catch food. It will put its neck down under the water with its mouth essentially upside down, and then close its mouth to force the water through comb-like extensions on its beak, using its tongue in order to push the water out while keeping all the food in. There's a picture.
Poor
It's like that.
flamingos.
I don't know if you can
That's
see.
gotta be kind of crazy.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the camera here. See? Like that. Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Who
Oh,
Do
knew?
they still have to tip their heads up to allow the food to go down into their crop?
I have no idea.
Most birds do. Like birds, typically, as far as I know, they don't have esophaguses like us, where like when we swallow, like our esophagus like helps push the food down to our stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Like typically, birds have to like keep their head up and like let gravity push the food down their throat because they don't have the smooth muscle texture in their esophagus.
okay. Been throwing down some bird knowledge.
Flamingos also sleep on one leg.
Yeah.
Do yard flamingos sleep on one leg too, Jen?
Sometimes.
Maybe. You have to check in Buffalo
Yep. In Buffalo, because we're famous for
for
flamingos.
flamingos. They
In a row.
they don't have Flamingo Beach though.
No, we do not have Flamingo Beach, but man,
That was my nephew. Ampa, take us out on the golf cart. I'm going to take you to Flamingo Beach. I'm like, what are you talking about, James? I don't know what you're talking about.
Ben has met James.
You met James?
The sea
I think
pines.
so.
Yeah, probably. He's a great kid. Okay, shout outs.
Shout outs.
We are burning through this episode.
I know. 10:42. Like an hour and 15?
Could be the
No
shortest Married to Clash episode ever.
No, it's not.
no.
Do you know what the shortest one was? That special episode that you had to have while we were on vacation.
Oh my god!
I think it was like 20 minutes.
There can be only one.
There can be only one. Go ahead.
Shout out BTG. Shout out Miss P. See who else we want to shout out. Shout out my queen. Like always. And our boss of Noble, Tony, for being a trooper for shaving his,
waxing.
Yeah, waxed
his butt.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony.
I'm glad there was not video. Thank you, Tony. But the audio was priceless. Did you listen to it, BTG?
And just about imagine.
I only
Oh,
listened
you
to
have-
a little bit of it.
Leg, so
Yeah, you have to listen to it. It's quite funny. I told you I was not a beauty. What did he call it? A beauty technician or a beauty expert or something like that? I don't know. It was funny. All right, Jen, you have shout-outs?
I'm gonna shout out Jaeger from Dark Sector.
Yeah,
He hasn't been working out lately because he hasn't been motivated. So it's okay, buddy.
we got you. We'll be here
Yep.
on the other side. All right. Any others?
No.
Okay. ETG?
shout out the Supreme Court for being a bunch of douchebags. To stick with the theme of disgust with our government officials. And then I'm going to shout out Miss Queen JJB, aka Meesa Clumsy,
Oh, Lord.
for basically bailing me out in the last CWL.
Yep.
Because I
You're
thought
welcome.
for sure I was going to get the name change. And I feel bad because I dipped on the last day. And I thought I was for sure still going to get a name change because there are so many dips. But you didn't get a dip. So
I did not
you
get a
ended
dip,
up.
and I think I got 1 star. Dip. I think the last day was like something happened at work, and I had to come in like with like an hour left. So I got whatever there. One of those
Yeah,
situations.
so I like logged in the very last day and I saw there's like 5 Town Hall 13s that day, and I was like, oh great. So anybody that was like tied with stars with me, because I think I had the lowest percentage. I think going into the last day I was like gonna have a name change. And I thought for sure like everybody else that was tied with stars with me was gonna end up, you know, taking a dip, and then I was going to still end up losing on percentage. And then you didn't get a dip for some reason, and
Because I came in the last hour. All the dips were done.
and I felt bad
As
because
they
it
should
really
have
should it really should have been me that got a name change, but
It's okay. I'm impressed that I made
you
it
ended
this
up
long.
it was you instead, and I appreciate you taking one for me.
Of course.
I know that's not why it happened, but yeah, I did
No.
feel bad. It should have been me. I fully admit it. And I might just tank on purpose in this next CWL so I can get a name change to make up for it because I feel so terrible about it.
Please don't. Let's not do it on purpose. Yeah, I was good with it. I mean, I'm gonna suggested Meesa Clumsy. I think it was cute, right?
That's
So
perfect though.
yes, shout out to Q for finding the right name because everybody was trying to be very nice, which I don't need them to be nice, but you know, I'm a team player. But yeah, that's fine. No worries.
I love it. I love it. You know, just knowing what JJB stands for and all that stuff. Yeah, it is. It was.
He did well. Yes,
It
he
was.
did well.
It was the perfect name change.
And Mara was so confused. She's like, I don't understand. Why is this a thing? I was like, oh, you have to go back and listen to some episodes.
Meesa, Clumsy.
Oh, and my final shout out is to like Dave Filoni and Deborah Chow, and I don't even know who the other producers were for the episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi, but well done, golf clap, well done. And I know you guys haven't seen the last episode, so we
have
aren't going to
not seen the
discuss it.
last episode, so let's not talk about it.
The last episode is friggin' amazing, to say the
Okay.
least. And the entire series was amazing. It was a perfect combination of lore and new characters, new fun, and nostalgia. Well done. Well freaking done.
I'm going to shout out whoever the little girl is that's playing Leah, because she is badass.
Oh, she's amazing.
She's such a good actress.
And
So
she
well done
nailed
by
it
you,
to-
little girl.
She nailed it, didn't she?
She did.
Like,
She did.
it's totally just perfect.
She's making the series for me, because I'm not a Star Wars person like this. This is not my thing. But she's like my favorite part. Even Grace was like, wow, check her out. You go, girl. So it was pretty funny.
Like exactly what you would expect a young Princess Leia to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, so my true shout outs, even though I do want to shout out, she's very good. I am going to shout out Future for taking care of some clan business while he was in a layover in the hotel or in the airport this week. Today, actually, on his way to Puerto Vallarta. You know, tough life he lives. But shout out to Future for doing clan drama in transit. Thank you.
Where's he going when he gets back?
Yeah, he's coming back, and then he's turning right back around like a day later and going to Maui. So, tough life.
Oh, that's terrible.
I have to give him like a lot of props. Him and his family, his wife and him and their kids, they really do embrace travel in the summer. And I think a lot of that is them, and a lot of it is the fact that they're both teachers, so it's a little easier for them to get a massive amount of time that they can do that kind of stuff with, so good for them. But no, it's really cool.
And their kids get to experience.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
I hope
huge.
he's keeping his math stats. He always keeps math stats, and it's my favorite thing. Like, at the end of every summer, it posts like this post about their travel. Like, 17 rummy games or something like that. So, that's always my favorite thing. But, shout out to Future. And then I'm going to shout out Q for the name change suggestion. It's a good one. Very well done. And my very last shout out is going to be to Brew.
Love you too.
We had a really, really good Father's Day weekend. Probably one of the best weather weekends we've ever had camping. And I think that helped. Yep. We were in like the low 70s during the day, no humidity, like mid 50s to 60 degrees at night. It was just
a better night for a tent.
And we were literally picking up the very last thing off the campsite. We were packing up when it started to rain. So it was like the perfect weekend for us. We had a really good time. And there was probably 1,700 games of rummy because my daughter got a little obsessed. She had to win. So Jim won the first one. I won the second one. And she's like, we have to play again so I can win. So, but it's okay. I appreciate her persistence. So those are shout outs. If you want to join us in the Clash Files world or just come hang out with us, you can find us on discord.gg/Clash Files. You can also become a subscriber. I forget what it's called. So that you can help the podcast and also the Clash Files family have some rewards or awards for our little events that we put on. So please feel free to check that out as well. That is our show today. On behalf of BTG, Miss P and Brew, this is
Meesa, Clumsy.
We hope you enjoyed it, and stay fancy, my friends, and enjoy some shirtless help.
Peace.